family that I can be long-winded, so I'm gonna try to keep it short. They could turn off the mic if I was getting too long-winded. And, I don't think I will be, but when Stacy and I were going through some pictures to put up for the funeral, we came across two articles, and I wanna say, you know, I gave her acceptance speech when she was inducted into the Hall of Fame in Tuscarawas, and I was writing it, and we were talking on the phone, and I said, this is what I wrote. She goes, no, that's not what I want to say. And it always ended up that way, you know. I've done funerals, weddings, all kinds of stuff, and it always seemed that I said it and she said it. We all both said the same thing, but it wasn't the same way. And you know how hard-headed she was, so. But the best thing about this is these are quotes from newspaper articles that she actually said. So, Mom, I'm saying your words right now. This one was written March 26, 1993. This is talking about her becoming a principal after coaching. And it's more appropriate to read this one first, because the second one was when she was coaching. It says, for 24 years, a positive attitude, a sense of humor, and a strong competitive nature have led Indian Valley's Martha Raudebush down the path lined with success. Raudebush, 45, was hired to teach girls physical education and health by the Indian Valley school system directly upon her graduation from OU in 1972. There was not a September that I haven't started school, and I can say that the first day of school is still exciting. Isn't that awesome? While a volleyball and track coach for 18 years at Indian Valley North, Raudebush, sometimes known as the Dean of Volleyball Coaches, I had never heard that, and it's in both articles. The Dean of Volleyball Coaches brought respect and recognition to girls' high school sports throughout the state. 4 years ago, she entered a whole new ball game by hanging up her coach's whistle to become the first women's principal in the Indian Valley School District. Once Raudebush had accepted the new position as principal of Midvale Elementary, she had relinquished her extracurricular activities, which included 17 years of volleyball coach, 18 years of track coach, and 20 years a cheerleading advisor. The change from teacher to coach to principal was drastic, she said, adding that sitting on the sidelines as a parent, not as a coach during volleyball matches, was really tough. Raudebush spent 9 years working towards her master's degree while teaching and raising a family. I knew I wanted to become a principal, she said. I felt it was time in my life for a change. As a principal, you have to be able to wear lots of hats. To dry tears, be a disciplinarian, nurse, doctor, and sometimes a real friend, Raudebush said. From her view, attaining a leadership position is easier today for women than it was 10 years ago. I was very fortunate that people put their confidence in me, she said. I readily admit that she readily admits she is very competitive. And that as principal, she strives to give 100%. In return, she expects to receive 100% from her teachers and the 425 kindergarten through 5th grade students at Midvale. They would probably call me a slave driver, she said. Do you believe that? Raudebush believes that setting goals for yourself and having the desire to follow through and reach those goals will lead to a better society. People need to take the words, I can't, out of their vocabulary, she advised. The philosophy guided her coaching career creating winning tradition at Indian Valley North. I expected the best from my kids, and they knew it. They had pride in themselves, she said. Rowdybush has seen competitiveness and respect for women's sports grow by leaps and bounds through the years. In 1972, the first year of volleyball at Indian Valley North, girls' sports was viewed more as a social event than a competition. The big thing would be deciding who was bringing the cookies for the reception after the game, said Rowdybush, but she and her student athletes turned things around to rise to the state tournament level in only 3 short years. The team made 10 straight visits to the regional tournaments from 75 to 85 and appeared in the state tournament in 1979 and 1981, gathering titles and respect throughout the state. It was just our thing to be better, she said. She has accomplished countless awards throughout her coaching career through being inducted in the Ohio High School Volleyball Hall of Fame 2 years ago. I got where I am today in my coaching career because of my athletes. It wasn't me. Those students, those girls did it. Support from her family played an important role in Rowdybush's success. I could not have done everything I have without the support of my husband and my family. Total family support, she said. Rowdybush and her husband Phil have 3 children, and it goes on to talk about it. So. The second article was written by Joe Wright in the Times Reporter, and it doesn't have a date that I can see. It says, if you ever wonder how the Indian Valley North volleyball program keeps coming up with winning teams each year, it isn't because Coach Martha Rowdybush gives her players secret positions at practice. Rowdybush, the dean of area volleyball, has always had a winning team. There again it said it, I didn't know it. Rowdybush's career mark, and this was 250 and 44, and you know we went on to, she reached her 300th game that she won. North is the only school in all divisions in the state to participate in every regional tournament for 10 years. There is a lot of tradition and pride involved, Rowdybush explains. The girls want to win because of the tradition and pride. Anyone who has seen Rowdybush coach will see she gets very involved in the game. Right, Randy? Rowdybush says she has toned down quite a bit, however. Sometimes the girls think I'm nuts. That was her quote. I like to win. I have tried to settle down more this year. Yeah, right. Some teams will come and play their best games of the season against us, Rowdybush said. I swear they're trying to put me under. It says an example was we played Indian Valley South. Their record had been 9-9 and we were 15-3. We won the first match. They won the second match. We won the third match only 15-13. So it was a really close game. Rowdybush is a demanding coach. Although many of her girls are cheerleaders or members of the marching band, she expects every ounce of effort from them. I'd say I'm very demanding, she said, but that's one of the things I think helps make me winners. I think it is fine the girls are keeping themselves busy, Rowdybush says. When they are here at volleyball practice, I expect them to give 100% for the hour and a half to 2 hours it takes. I expect them to give 100% in band and cheerleading too, and why not? Rowdybush was a cheerleading advisor. And I want to say before I end with this, I look at this as a celebration, not a day to be sad, because she touched so many lives, and I feel privileged to see all the lives that she touched last night and today, and all the support we've gotten outside of the funeral service. So I'm going to end with this, and I hope I can get through it. Perhaps the best description of the North program is on the handout sheet, which is given to players when they come to that very first practice. And it says, if you play volleyball for Indian Valley North, you play for one of the strongest volleyball traditions in the entire state of Ohio.